In this task, I'll use the road graph plugin to determine the shortest distance between 2 points via a San Francisco streets road layer. I'll do this both by the shortest overall distance and by time traveled. So I have QGIS desktop open right now, version 2.4, with a street network for the city of San Francisco. So let's look at the attribute table to see what kind of attributes we have to work with. You can see we have street name, street type, the from street and the to street, and then a field for speed limit. So I'll close the attribute table, and I'm going to style the layer based on speed limit just to get a sense for what the data looks like. So I'll double click on the layer to open up the layer properties and go to the Style tab, and I'll choose a graduated renderer. The field will be speed limit. I'll change the color ramp to grays, and I'll click Classify. Click Apply. The lightest color is white, so I'm going to go in and change that one color to a light gray so that those streets are visible. Click OK. This gives me a visual of the street network for San Francisco, which roads have the highest speed limit are going to be the main arteries, and which are going to be most likely neighborhood streets. For the network analysis, I'm going to use the QGIS road graph plugin to find the shortest distance between 2 points on the network. So I'm going to go to Plugins, Manage and Install Plugins, and I'll select the All tab, and I'm going to type in Road, and you see the road graph plugin is found. I'll check the box to enable it and hit Close. And when I enable it, it turns on a panel that appears below the table of contents. Before again using the plugin, I need to configure it. Another place the plugin appears, if I go to the vector menu, you'll see that there's now a road graph setting. I'll click on Settings. I'll leave the time unit at the hour, distance unit as kilometers. Unfortunately, they don't have English units in this, just meters and kilometers for the time being. I'm going to set the tolerance at 10. And there's an option here to set the speed field. And since I do have speed limit, I'm going to use that. Unfortunately, there isn't a miles per hour setting, so I'll just leave this at kilometers per hour for the moment. And I'll click OK. Now I can proceed and populate the road graph plugin. I'll use this button to choose the starting point and click this button to choose the ending point. So I want to find the shortest distance between these two locations. You'll see a small green dot start at the starting point and a small red dot placed at the ending point. I'm going to leave the criterion as length and then hit Calculate to find the shortest path. So the shortest path shows up as a red line. To save the shortest path, I'm going to hit the Export button, and I'll save it as a new temporary layer. Click OK. And now the shortest path shows up as a layer in the table of contents. Previously, it had just been a graphic placed on the screen. If I wanted to make this a permanent layer, I could just right-click on the layer and save as, and save it out as a shapefile. For the purposes of this demo, I will skip that step. Now I'm going to determine the shortest drive time between the 2 points. So this first analysis was just the shortest straight line distance between the 2 points. This next analysis will take into account the speed limit. To do this, I'll just change the criterion to time and click Calculate again. And you'll see I get a very different solution when I take in the speed limit. Depending on where your points were chosen on the map, you may get two very similar solutions or two different ones. Again, I'll choose Export to save this out to a new layer. And again, if I wanted to create an actual shapefile of this, I would right-click on the layer and choose Save As. In the next task, you'll use some grass tools to allocate portions of the road network served by each San Francisco police station.